Welcome to English 403A, British and World Literature's weekly starter for the week of February 16th, 2015. If you're watching this recording on Tuesday, you know that you had a day off on Monday. So this starter is for the week of February 16th, but you're actually probably watching it February 17th. Also, if you're watching it early, you'll note that you do have President's Day off on Monday. So happy day off. All right, so today what we're going to do is focus on the calendar, and then I want to show you how to succeed on your first written assignment, the 110 alternate discussion assignment. Let's get started. All right, so again, Monday is President's Day, so you will have no assignments. It is a holiday. I hope you enjoy. Hopefully there's going to be great weather. So Tuesday you'll watch the weekly starter as well as do the Unit 1 Lesson 8, looking at the characters in Hector and Achilles. You'll also take the weekly starter quiz that will be based on this session. Please make sure that you pay close attention to this session because the material from the quiz will be taken from there. All right, on Wednesday you're looking at Lesson 9 and there is a quiz. The quiz focuses on Hector and Achilles, so make sure that you've read that material carefully. It will not have anything from Beowulf on it. Thursday, like I said, is our first written assignment. This is going to be an alternate discussion rather than a discussion thread. I'm going to go in how to find it, how to succeed on it in a little bit. Then Friday, we start a new unit. Can you believe we're already in our next unit? The next pieces that we're going to be reading is we're going to be reading the prologue and the Wife of Bath from the Canterbury Tales. So some fun material coming up. All right, so let's also look at to make sure that you're keeping up with the class, what you should have turned in, and what is coming up due. So at this point, you should have already taken the 1.05 quiz, Heroic Battles, and then Wednesday, again, the 1.9 quiz. Thursday, the alternate discussion is due. It's worth 20 points. And then you can see that the weekly starter from today will be due Tuesday. Sorry that it says 2/16, but it will be due Tuesday, 2/17. And then you should have already done the weekly starter from 2/9 and the onboarding phrase that pays quiz that is extra credit. I still really want you to watch onboarding to make sure you understand the course. So just so you know, you can still do these if you have not completed them for full credit. So now's the time to get caught up if you're behind so that you don't get to a point where you're completely overwhelmed. All right, so as I said, the 1.10 assignment, we're going to do the alternate discussion, so you need to be able to find where it is. There are two places to find the discussion. You can find it in the lesson, or I have posted all worksheets in Doc Sharing. Okay, I have a little baby in the background who decided he wants to be part of the recording as well. So please just disregard those noises. All right. So on the 1.10 discussion that's due on Thursday, please note that from now on, discussions where we have a thread, it's really key to be timely. But because this one is an alternate discussion, if you get a little behind, you can still make it up as quickly as possible. So maybe you won't have time Thursday and you need to do it Friday. All right, so where are you going to find it? You can find the worksheet in the lesson for 1.10, or in Doc Sharing. As with all discussions, you do need to have a full paragraph answer, full complete sentences, and support from the readings or other readings in your piece. This is not just a real quick one-sentence response. Your purpose is to show what you know, back up your statements, and participate and offer insight into the readings that you have been doing. All right, so here's the lesson where you'll find the alternate discussion. If that's where as you do the lesson, you can just click on it and save it. Or, and this is what it'll look like. It'll say alternate assignment. You can click on that. It will open up to a Word link, a Word document link, and you can save it and type right on it. And this is what it's going to look for. If you don't want to get it in the lesson, you can always go to doc sharing as well. And it's the 1.10 discussion. It'll say alternate assignment, heroic characteristics. All right, so let's look at the assignment and what it asks of you. And we'll talk about how to get a perfect score. All right, so the first thing is answer the question using complete sentences. When you have finished, submit this assignment to your teacher by the due date for full credit. So you're going to put it in the Dropbox for 110. Here is the assignment. Whoops, excuse me, I'm sorry, I went ahead here. You have been thinking about heroes throughout this unit, but Beowulf, Hector, and Achilles are all ancient heroes. They represent cultures that flourished thousands of years ago. Do today's heroes look anything like the heroes in these ancient tales? Now, some students stop there and that's all they write on. This is the background information here. So please note that this is not the actual prompt, so you need to keep reading. The characteristics of the epic heroes that you studied in this unit include the following. The hero has special qualities and is called into an adventure. The hero faces a significant battle, challenge, or obstacle. The hero is the recipient of supernatural aid or the victim of supernatural hindrance. In the case of Hector when he is ruled against by the gods and goddesses. What traits, here's the prompt, what traits do all heroes share? Who would be a hero today based on the characteristics of an epic hero? Do you notice any specific differences between heroes of the past and present? So your answer is going to be paragraph or paragraphs with quotes and documentation from the stories to back up your answer. Okay? Your goal is to apply the characteristics of the ancient epic hero to a hero or heroes today, considering similarities and differences. So you're comparing and contrasting. So as with all assignments, particularly writing assignments, it's always a good idea to break down the prompt, answer in complete sentences or paragraphs, make sure you're thorough, and include details, quotes, and examples. So because this is our first assignment, I'm going to show you and give you a model for what might be one possible way. Please note this is only one possible way to do this, but hopefully from this idea, you'll understand how thorough and how thoughtful you need to be. All right, so mine is broken down into 3 paragraphs. They don't have to be really long paragraphs, but 3 good paragraphs. The first paragraph talks about the first question, and I'm going to talk about what traits do all heroes share. I might start all heroes, and then talking about specific traits, and obviously I don't want just one sentence, and I might even give some examples. My second paragraph would address the second question. Who would be a hero today based on the characteristics of an epic hero? Now, this is a very different piece, and so I want my paragraphs to flow nicely and to transition to one another. So notice that I have a little, what we call a transitional sentence or a transitional statement. In ancient literature, we often encounter epic heroes such as, all right, and I might say Beowulf, Hector, Achilles. Then I can say something like, whoever my hero from today is much like the above because, and then I explain what kind this hero and why that hero is similar to the epic hero, bringing in specifics about what makes an epic hero. And then my third paragraph, do you notice any specific differences between heroes of the past and present? I again have a transitional sentence that connects everything together. While blank, the above hero from today that I chose, is similar to the epic hero, modern heroes have some key differences from those of the past. Or, if you don't think that there are any differences, modern heroes, you might say something like, not only is this hero similar to the epic hero, but also, and then give the modern heroes. Notice how much I'm linking ideas together. I flow smoothly, and in your responses, you should have specific textual evidence, specific details to get full credit. All right, so here's the rubric. So the first 10 points is application of the epic hero characteristics to a modern hero. So here's some things to look at. Consider how the characteristics of epic heroes you studied could apply to the modern hero. Who is that hero? And again, provide textual evidence or examples. Then in your second half, differences between a hero today and a hero in ancient story. Ask yourself how your modern hero is different from the heroes you studied. Specific qualities. What is the nature of battle or challenge today's hero faces? There's some questions you can ask yourself. Does the supernatural play a role? Again, provide textual evidence or examples. Okay, so that should give you the really key elements to succeed and get 100%. So how do you get that A? Answer all questions in the prompt, answer in complete sentences and paragraphs, be thorough and thoughtful, and include examples, quotes, and details. And this is true for most writing assignments. So that little formula. All right, so today's quiz, how many questions should you thoroughly answer in this week's discussion assignment? Hopefully you answered 3, so go ahead and take the quiz, and thank you so much. Have a bright, cheerful week.